We have assessed and valued and are in the process of acquiring about 11 kilometers all the way to Tororo. In Tororo, we finished the assessment and evaluation of up to 47 kilometers that we require for the railway line, that is from Tororo. And so right now we actually have started compensating the persons affected by the project.
Just taken our land, we have sacrificed our land, but we are happy with the project.
But the land acquisition process has come with its fair share of challenges.
People trying to compare each other as we compensate them. A piece of land right here in Malaba may be different from a piece of land in Tororo. And a piece of land in Tororo will obviously not be the same as the same rate in Butaleja. So there are so many things that go into that, and sometimes people do not take time to appreciate that whole package that forms what comes to you as your compensation rate.
This is Kasoli Estate. The buildings you see over there are some of the over 200 units sitting on 13.2 acres of land, housing over 200 families. But some of the residents here say they're not sure of where they're going to be relocated. Later on, issues to do with the kind of value attached to the compensation they're going to be given.
This is illustrated by the skepticism expressed by some of the locals that talked to NTV, including this chairman from the Kasoli Housing Project, a United Nations Habitat and DFCU-supported initiative in Tororo.
It is true, at the moment we don't know how much Standard Gauge Railway is going to pay us. But they are saying that we are going to be paid fairly, adequately, and promptly. So I don't know which fairly, because they have not come up with the exact figure that is attached to Kasoli Housing Project.
Kasinje Chamgambi, the SGR coordinator, says plans to resettle affected persons of the housing project are underway.
What we have agreed is that we found a government project, we are relocating a government project. So no individual will get the money on his account. Unfortunately, it is part of our station land. We are going to have a 207-acre station here in Tololo. So we've agreed to move them as a project. And now to where it is moving, it must be the director of housing really to be in charge of, to say where they are moving.
Nationwide complex land ownership systems, which normally pits landlords against tenants, is already affecting the standard gauge railway compensation effort.
There was a bit of a conflict between me, the landlord, and my tenant, where in my absence, when the standard gauge railway officials came to my house to do valuation, for one reason or another, the tenant was also claiming part of compensation, which to me was not right at all. So we've had a number of intermediations between with the landlord and the tenant on the way forward in terms of who actually is the owner and who benefits.
What you see behind me is the beautiful River Malaba, but also this port where Uganda's part in the construction of the standard gauge railway will begin. It is also the end point of the Nairobi-Malaba route, but will also be the beginning of the Malaba-Kampala route, which will be 273 kilometers. The entire route of the standard gauge railway will be 1,724 kilometers.
The completion time frame for the standard gauge railway project, expected to stretch from Malaba to Kampala, is 42 months. This will cost $2.3 billion and is set to directly employ over 90,000 people in direct labor, including associated industries. Malcolm Sime, NTV Business.